So, after being on Twitter for the past 2 days and kind of getting an understanding for the general public of the NFL and the general feel, do we really think the NFL is rigged and its officiating crews? Because I got a really weird feeling this weekend watching the conference championship games, and I actually really might think they are. But what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Rampage coming at you with another video, and in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about we won, man. The officials won this weekend. The NFL won this weekend. Congratulations. But before we get into that, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to leave a like and subscribe because it always does help me out. It helps more people see it in the algorithm. I do all things NFL and the Detroit Lions, and I always enjoy what other people have to say about my stupidity or just their general thoughts about how this league is going. You know, and I feel like this is a part 2 to a video I made a couple weeks ago saying the Detroit Lions got robbed out of the playoffs, specifically in penalties called during the Seattle Seahawks versus LA Rams game. So if you haven't seen the Lions got robbed video, go check it out because I made a lot of interesting comments on here that I think can translate to this weekend with the conference games. But I just want to make this statement very clear about how I feel. Generally, I'm not one to believe that the NFL is rigged. I believe teams play into penalties. There's a reason they're called. But what we saw this weekend is a total embarrassment for the league. And I'm very pissed off as a fan. And I think the rest of the fans in this league should be pissed off because this is the integrity of the game. And if you're allowing simple calls just to go blatantly unnoticed and just have no regard for a team's season. Like, is anybody else tired and sick of getting, oh, we're sorry letters from the NFL commissioner? Like, they have no accountability anymore, I swear to God. Like, I swear, ever since Vegas became more relevant into sports, it just completely ruined the NFL. Like, a couple years ago, we saw, the LA Rams in the Super Bowl when it should have been the Saints after that non-pass interference call. You had the two highest markets in the country playing against each other in Boston and LA. Now, to get to my overall point, I think the most penalties came in the AFC Conference Championship game. The NFC, Brock Purdy going down, Devontae Smith getting that questionable touchdown. That game was a total shit show from the beginning when Brock got hurt. I don't really think the refs had anything doing, the replay sucked there, I get it, but there's nothing you can really do about that. But the AFC Championship game was a complete joke from start to finish. But primarily in the second half, who could forget the poor communication by Ron Tolbert's crew? I've always disliked this guy. I know, he tries to do his best as well as the other officials in the league, but he's not been my favorite at all. The Chiefs failed to convert on 3rd and 9 with, I believe, about 10:29 remaining in the fourth quarter. And they got to run another play because an official tried to stop the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we're in 2023. You would think that a multi-billion-dollar industry, which the NFL is, would be able to have not officials, but advanced technology to keep track of time. I understand human beings have to be involved in the game. They should not be involved in the clock that much where they have to stop a play like that. Would have been a simple punt to the Bengals, but no, we got to do a do-over where Eli Apple miraculously gets a holding on that play and causes a Kansas City first down. And the Chiefs would, eventually punt on that drive, but that's when the fix to me seemed like it was in. Another point later, Mike Hilton was called for a soft pass interference call that gave the Chiefs a first down on their own 45-yard line. What also made me really mad was the two, I think they're blatantly wrong calls against the Bengals, specifically with Joe Burrow. You saw him throw an apparent intentional grounding call, which, I thought it was at first, but when you look at it, he was literally throwing to the feet of Samaje Perine, and when you look at it later, Patrick Mahomes, again, was about to get sacked. Threw it at the feet of Travis Kelce. Okay. Number 2, Burrow gets absolutely rocked and almost sacked. And Mahomes gets pushed out of bounds and just flops on the ground. And he gets a flag for that because he flops. Right there. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like doing these types of rant things. I believe that, like I said earlier in the video, if a team is bad, they're going to play into their penalties, and rightfully so, they're going to earn them. But I just really want to go forward as a league, as a fan, with some knowledge and hope that the NFL will take our calls and prayers seriously about having some accountability and integrity to the game, specifically with the officiating crew. Like, what I would really like to see that the USFL had a couple years ago was, an official camera talking to the coach, talking to other officials. We see Jim Harbaugh here and his face when he was talking to official. Like, why can't we have that in the league so we have some better understanding what these calls are? I'm so tired of the judgment calls that a lot of these officials seem to have. And yeah, I get it. You have your best crews in the, conference championship games, and you have your best crew in the NFL, Super Bowl. I get all that, but none of it helps. None of it makes sense if it doesn't matter, if it's just judgment calls, and it has been all year, and I'm tired of it. Comment your thoughts down below. Do better, NFL. I'm tired of it. I'll see you guys next time.